Alrighty. Right. Finally back with the WWE podcast. And I cannot believe I'm saying that, to be completely honest with you. But yeah, so we're gonna I'm gonna wait until some more people get in here because it's I believe it's only fair for them to let some people get in here first. So that's what we're gonna do. So is there a way to make it to where you can see, YouTube needs to fix this to where you can put your live stream on, or you can put your live stream on your front page. So, okay, hold on. Hold on, dude, yeah, it's still bad. Okay, well. Alright, well, that was weird. Alright, so I was trying to get to the podcast here so I can like read the chat and stuff. Do not want audio. How does it sound, by the way? How does it sound? Hold on. I want to hear how it sounds really quick. Do not want audio. How does it sound, by the way? Alright. It doesn't sound too bad. Hold on. Is my mic on my snowball? It is. So I don't know why it sounds like that, though. I don't know why it sounds like that. It usually sounds a little bit better. But yeah, anyway. Let me share the stream, and then we're going to be talking about Payback and good things like that. So one of the things I want to talk about is obviously the main event. The main event I want to talk about very, very badly. So yeah, let's do this. So I want to go to WWE.com, and I want to look at the matches. I'm going to make my predictions now, and I'm going to tell you guys why I feel like that is like it's going to happen. So yeah. So I'm getting on the website right now. So give me a moment, please. Give me a moment. But while I'm waiting, I do expect Payback to be pretty good, I guess. It's going to be weird to see AJ Styles in the main event because I didn't think he was going to be in the main event so quickly. I'm going to back up a little bit because I feel like I might be a little too close to the camera. But it's going to be weird to see AJ Styles in the main event. So I just want to get to the matches because I really want to see really want to see the matches. Okay, well, somebody decides to Snapchat me in the middle of stream. I appreciate it though. Anyways, so we're gonna talk about these matches. The kickoff match is kind of shitty because we've seen this match about 100 times. So it's Kalisto versus Ryback. Now I'm gonna pick Kalisto because I just cannot stand Ryback for some reason. I don't really understand why, but that's just how it goes. And one thing about Ryback is that Ryback is how do you say it? How should I put this? He's not careful when wrestling. And it's kind of weird to say that because like you're like, well, these guys are throwing each other around and shit. But he doesn't really, I don't think he cares for the other person's safety at all. He has a history of hurting people. So we're going to move on to a match that I'm very, very excited for. Enzo Amore and Colin Cassidy versus the Vaudevillains for the #1 contender spot. I honestly believe they should have done this on the main show because, like, on Raw, because they could have had the tag team match or for the belts tonight, but they're not going to do that. But I'm obviously going to pick Enzo and Cass. I would not mind the Vaudevillains winning. I always say this when I do predictions, but I feel as if the vaudevillains they're not over as Enzo and Cass are, because and I hate to say that because I think they're all four of them are great competitors, but it kind of seems like the crowd doesn't. Well, that's I can't say that because it kind of nowadays in WWE and how it's been on Raw for the past couple of months is that the crowd doesn't really get to pick who they want as champion, who they want at the top, because obviously if we did that, Roman Reigns would not be the world champion right now. I think he's going to lose the belt tonight, hopefully. We'll get to that in a little bit. But yeah, I'm going to pick Enzo and Cass because I think Enzo and Cass, they're red hot right now. They are soaring, as some would say. So we're going to go on to a match that I could give a fuck about. Dolph Ziggler versus Baron Corbin. I'm going to say Baron Corbin because knowing Dolph Ziggler, he's going to job to Baron Corbin, which is sad because Dolph Ziggler could have been a great world champion, but that's not how it goes in today's business, I guess. So I'm gonna go with Baron Corbin just for the sake of Baron Corbin being the new guy, being from NXT. He just won the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, so I don't think they're gonna just have him win that and then not win on. He's undefeated right now, so I don't think they're gonna end his run at Payback because that would make no sense in building him as a character because everybody hates him. And that's a good thing because he's a legit heel. He was a heel in NXT. They didn't just switch him when he came to Raw to the WWE or to the main show, which is Raw. And I like that. I really do like that. So going with Baron Corbin, I think it's just a smarter move. Dolph Ziggler had his chance at being the top guy, got the belt, did shit with it, but that's not his fault because that's just how the business is ran nowadays. So anyways, moving on to Dean Ambrose and Chris Jericho. I have mixed feelings about this match because it's really gonna piss me off if Chris Jericho ends up losing this match because he just beat AJ Styles at WrestleMania, which I don't care what you say. That was the worst decision in the history of the WWE. Wow, I cannot say that. In the history of the WWE, it's the worst decision in my opinion. But Chris Jericho versus Dean Ambrose, I don't necessarily see Chris Jericho winning this match at all. So I'm going to go with Dean Ambrose because it just makes not that it makes more sense, but it's so obvious, But I also thought it was obvious that AJ Styles was going to beat Chris Jericho at WrestleMania, so maybe I'm going to be wrong again. I don't know, but Dean's been one of the hotter competitors. Like he's been on a hot streak for a long, long time, and he can't get over that bump, because if he gets over the hill and he starts to push for the world title in a real push. I'm not talking about a fill-in push that he had to do when Rollins got hurt, but a real push, and maybe he takes the belt. I really wish that would happen. I'm kind of getting tired of Dean Ambrose's character a little bit, but that's just me. But what can you do? I mean, we can't really make the decision here, but we can predict it, and I'm going to predict Dean Ambrose to win it, and I've already said why. So, the Intercontinental Championship match, The Miz versus Cesaro. I'm going to obviously pick Cesaro because I cannot stand the fucking Miz. The Miz used to be a great competitor, but then they kind of just fucked over Zack Ryder, and then that really, really did not set well with me. And I hated the Miz like this much. Now I hate the Miz like this much. I don't even know if you guys can see that, but I fucking despise this guy. So I'm going to pick Cesaro. Cesaro loses to the Miz. I'm giving up all hope. I might just slip my wrist then, but I'm not sure. But anyway, yeah, Cesaro's going to win it. Cesaro, I don't like his new gimmick with the whole James Bond bullshit. I really liked him before he got hurt. But, okay, I guess Cesaro's the new James Bond, so that's okay, though. I don't have a problem with that.
but I feel as if I don't know. I just feel as if Cesaro is just he should be the guy. He should be not a good guy, not a bad guy, but the guy. You know, because Roman Reigns, he's the guy. Yeah, all right. But anyway, so we're gonna move on to Sami Zayn versus Kevin Owens. This is the most exciting match on this card, in my personal opinion. This is the match that I'm most excited for. And how could you not be? If you go on YouTube and you type in Sami Zayn versus Kevin Owens, probably tens of hundreds of matches between these guys. And that excites me because it's just like the two best wrestlers in the WWE right now. Sami Zayn has been putting on nonstop 5-star matches at pay-per-views. At NXT TakeOver Dallas, he put on that match with Shinsuke Nakamura. Blew my fucking mind. That is the best. If you want to see the best wrestling match of all time, go watch that. That was the single-handedly, in my opinion, the best wrestling match ever. And then Kevin Owens, on the other hand, has just been killing it. He kind of has not necessarily been jobbing, but he's been on a losing streak. But it's Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens is gonna bring it at tonight at Payback, and I think he's gonna show people why he's the guy. He's not a bad guy. Actually, he is a bad guy, but he's not a good guy. He should be the guy, but no, they pick Roman, which, like I said earlier, we will get to in a minute. So the WWE Women's Championship match, Charlotte versus Natalya. This is a very interesting match. And why I say that is because on one hand, you have Charlotte and the Nature Boy Ric Flair, who for some reason cannot control himself in airports lately. And then you have Natalya, and then you have Bret the Hitman Hart. What the fuck? Like, you know, I thought that women's wrestling was done for when Charlotte, not when Charlotte, but when like AJ Lee left, and then Nikki Bella got hurt, and then Brie Bella's retired, which Brie Bella was just kind of, you know, was kind of there because of Nikki. So besides that, women's wrestling has become very, very good as of recent. As of WrestleMania, I got to say, women's wrestling has kicked it up, and it's been doing a lot better than some of the male wrestlers, which I'm not trying to be sexist, but everybody knows they tune in for the male wrestling. I don't know why, but the women's wrestling has been fantastic as of late. Past couple of weeks has been great. In my opinion, the best match at WrestleMania was the women's championship match. And that's saying something, because that match was incredible. There was really no flaws to it. They all put it on the line, went out there, absolutely killed it. So, who am I going to pick? I'm going to pick. I don't know who I'm going to pick because it's even now. Because if it was just Charlotte and Ric Flair versus Natalya, I'd pick Charlotte because Ric Flair is a dickhead and would get involved. But yeah, I'm going to go and pick. Natalya to win this one. No direct reasoning behind it. I just really think Natalya can take it home. And Natalya is a great wrestler. And I think that's what people are missing here. Because Natalya, every match she's in, she's incredible. She really is incredible. Wow, I got the hiccups bad today. Holy shit. But, see, did it again. But anyways, Charlotte or Natalya, I'm going to pick Natalya because, like I said, Natalya has been Divas champion before. But Natalya doesn't really fit the role as a diva to me. You know, when I think of diva, I think of like Nikki Bella, or I'm trying to think of like, or Tori Wilson, or Maria, like back in the day. If you were watching wrestling back in the day, you knew who I'm talking about. Or like chicks like Melina. Melina, in my opinion, was always a diva. But Melina was also a woman's champion in general as well. But if I had to like I would put Natalya in that women's role, filled in with like the late great Chyna, Trish Stratus, Lita, all these women are just badasses. And even Beth Phoenix, I would put in there in that role as well. Charlotte's also a women's champion. She fits the role as a women's champion. Sasha Banks fills the role as a women's champion. Becky Lynch, on the other hand, she does as well, but just not as much as Charlotte or Sasha Banks. But that's just how it is. So going with Natalya because it's uneven ground, and I think Natalya will make Charlotte tap in the middle of the ring to win the women's championship. Sorry, I almost said Divas, but anyways, going on to the next. This is a segment. It says Mr. McMahon will announce who controls Raw at WWE Payback. McMahon. It's either Shane McMahon or Stephanie McMahon or Triple H. Which I guess is the same thing. But you know what would be cool is if they did Shane, Stephanie, or Paul Heyman. That would be funny. And I really wish they would do that, but that would never happen, which sucks. Because if Paul Heyman ran Raw, literally Brock Lesnar would be king. Like it would be the funniest fucking thing ever. And I think it'd be really cool as well. So who do I think Mr. McMahon will choose? Shane, because the ratings are sky high right now, and you can thank Shane McMahon, and you can thank the new talent who's on this roster. And yeah, I do not want to see control of Raw back in the Authority's hands. I'm sorry. Even though I love Triple H, Stephanie, you're pretty fucking hot, but Shane is just better. He's best for business, as Triple H in the Authority would say. But moving on to the main event, the WWE World Heavyweight Championship match. AJ Styles versus Roman Reigns. And we should just say this already. AJ Styles and the Bullet Club versus Roman Reigns and the Usos plus a fourth member of Roman Reigns' posse. Why I say fourth member is because there's going to be 4 of the Bullet Club. And sorry if this is a spoiler alert, Finn Balor is going to debut at Payback tonight. I can almost guarantee you he's going to debut. So it's going to be interesting to see how Finn Balor gets involved. I hope that he's there. I hope that he gets involved with that, because that would just be insane and it would be awesome. So who am I going to pick? Of course I'm picking AJ Styles. I already said it earlier. There is no fucking way. Like, Roman Reigns, I don't hate Roman Reigns personally. I don't like Roman Reigns personally. But he's not the guy. And I told Ryan this, or Demolition Man, you guys would know him if you watched my channel back in the day. I told him a couple days ago, Roman Reigns, you're not a good guy. You're not a bad guy. You're not the guy. You're the replacement guy. Until Seth Rollins gets back. And I would rather see Seth Rollins versus AJ Styles than I would Seth Rollins versus Roman Reigns. Because Roman Reigns, and I'll give Roman Reigns this, he puts on very good matches. But he doesn't at the same time. It's very, very hard to watch a Roman Reigns match when he's nonstop getting fucking booed out of the building. And it's the majority. It's the majority. Like, at least when Rollins came out at pay-per-views, he was getting kind of cheered. Like the real wrestling fans out there will know that Seth Rollins, he was the best wrestler that WWE had. Nowadays, you have AJ Styles. You have guys like Finn Balor coming up. Guys like Sami Zayn. You know, you have guys like Apollo Crews. Guys like who don't get the push, like Tyler Breeze. You have all these amazing wrestlers nowadays that you didn't have when Rollins was here. Oh, and Rollins was not injured, because Rollins is obviously still WWE, but he was injured. But now you have AJ Styles. You have the Bullet Club. There's so much going on that it blows my mind that you have all these amazing wrestlers, but you pick Roman Reigns. Like, you have so much talent, and you pick Roman Reigns. And I don't see how anyone besides like the 17-year-old girls who fucking fantasize about Roman Reigns. And like I said, I don't hate Roman Reigns personally. I hate his gimmick. His gimmick used to be cool. It did. When he was the Samoan badass. But now he's just a Samoan pussy because he just, and it's going to sound bad because the reason I don't like his character is because he smiles way too much. Like, this dude, I understand that you're John Cena 2.0, and that's not, and that it's so obvious. Because, of course, he's going to say, I'm the guy. No. There's no fucking way you're the guy. If you're the guy, then the WWE is spitting on The Rock's legacy, on Stone Cold's legacy, on Triple H's legacy. Like, those three guys were the guys back in the day. John Cena, sadly, was the guy. Roman Reigns is not the guy. Like I said earlier, he is the replacement guy because the guy is injured right now, and that is Seth Rollins. And when Seth Rollins comes back, anybody in this chat right now who says it's too early for Roman Reigns to lose the belt, you got to remember, Roman Reigns lost the belt in under 5 minutes when he won it the first time. It's never too early. Trust me. And I understand where you're coming from. It's not necessarily fair for Roman Reigns to lose the belt this early, but it's the right move. Trust me. I promise you. It is the right move. Because there is no way. When Roman Reigns is on TV, the ratings go down. People change the channel. People click off their tab if you watch it online like I do. They click off because they don't want to see this fucking lame-ass loser. And that's what he is. And I'm sorry if you don't agree with that, but he's lame. His gimmick sucks. And that's all there is to it. So I'm going with AJ Styles. If AJ Styles somehow fucking loses, just fucking kill me. Because I cannot take another week of Roman Reigns being the world champion. I can't do it. I can't do it. I really can't. Because Roman Reigns is a great wrestler. He's just not, I hate to say it, but he's not the wrestler. He's not the guy. And people, you got to understand that. He's not the guy, dude. He's not. And that's just how it is. I just went off on the longest tangent ever. That was the best rant of my life. I feel so much better now. But yeah. What's up? All right, sorry. I'm going to read the chat now. I know I just went off on a fucking on a rant. So, sorry about that. But I got to say how I feel, man. I got to say how I feel. But yeah, anyways. What's going on? What's going on, chat? I don't know how to say your name, so I can't really say. Well, what's up? What's up, wife? How you doing, buddy? But yeah. Pie person. Dude, Roman wins. It's too early to give AJ. It's never too early, bud. It's never too early. Taylor Mitchell, you're a gamer, right? Yeah, I play video games here and there. Not as much as I used to. That's just how it is. But yeah, I want to talk about Pie's his comment there. He says, dude, Roman wins. It's too early to give AJ the title, like I said earlier. It's never too early. Never too early. A man can dream, Pie. A man can dream, right? And I've been dreaming for the past 3 weeks since Roman won the belt that he would lose it. This motherfucker better lose it. Because AJ Styles, I don't know. That's just how I feel. I just feel like Roman's not. He's not. I don't know. It's hard to explain because I want Roman to succeed. I really do. I don't wish, I don't wish failure upon anyone because I wouldn't want them to wish failure upon myself. But Roman, he's just not doing it right. And maybe go down to mid card, maybe. Definitely go down to mid card. You can be in the main event on Raw, but don't be in the main event of pay-per-views. Don't be John Cena, please, because that's not what the fans want. The fans don't want John Cena again. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. But yeah, I got that off my chest, which is great. I've been holding that in for this podcast for a good while. But yeah, so I'm actually doing this super early. I didn't know it was this early, even though it's the afternoon. I woke up at like 8:00 this morning, and I was supposed to do the podcast last night, but I ended up doing it this morning for some reason. But yeah, I'm probably going to end the stream or end the podcast here because I went over Payback basically, and there's really not much to talk about anymore. It's Payback, in my opinion, is going to be very, very interesting to see, very, very interesting to watch because I'm very, very excited for it. And there's not really much more to say because if you're a fan of WWE tonight, hopefully you're going to be excited to watch some good wrestling. So, yeah. So it's still the morning. Yeah, I didn't go to bed till like 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning, like I said. And I just kept waking up. I got up to take a piss, lay back down. I couldn't go back to sleep. I'm probably going to go back to sleep now, to be honest with you, because I'm a little tired, but I don't know. But yeah, thank you for hanging out with me for about 45 minutes to an hour. We're going to be – I want to start doing this every week again. Maybe every – I got to talk to Ryan because I was going to have Ryan on last night. He didn't get back to me, which is fine. I don't necessarily care if he's on or not. But I don't know. I have to set up a schedule for this. I'll release a video later today or later tomorrow discussing my schedule for like the podcast or when I do like a gaming live stream or something like that. I'll set up a schedule for that because, being prepared is a lot better than not being prepared, which is obvious. But yeah, so that's going to be doing it for me. Thank you for tuning in. It was a fun time. So if you're new, always like, comment, subscribe. And I will see you guys in the next video, live stream, or podcast. So if you watch this live, you're the real MVP. And hopefully you guys tune in to Payback tonight. And yeah, thank you for tuning in.